This is Mac OS Ken.
A look at Apple's year ahead, more signs of new Macs on the way, and comedy stylings are headed to Apple TV+. It's Wednesday, the 28th of October, 2020. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Right Side Up. Ready with the growth marketing help you need. Learn more at rightsideup.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by SimpliSafe, the right way to protect your home. What makes SimpliSafe the right way? A few things. First, it's simple. You choose the setup that's right for you, and you install it too. Placing my sensors and keypad couldn't have been simpler. Just peel and stick the sensors exactly where you need them. No technician required. Also, no contracts, no high-pressure sales, just simple security. SimpliSafe will monitor your home around the clock with security professionals who are there in case of an emergency to send help to your home if and when it's needed. U.S. News & World Report has named SimpliSafe Best Overall Home Security for 2020. Find out why for yourself. Right now, visit simplisafe.com/macOSKen and get a free security camera plus a 60-day risk-free trial with any new system order. There's nothing to lose. Go today to simplisafe.com/macOSKen. SIMPLI, simplisafe.com/macOSKen. And a big thanks to SimpliSafe for sponsoring today's show. iPhone 12 plus end-of-the-year holidays could mean a stellar start for Apple's fiscal year 2021. That is the thinking of Cowen and Company analyst Krish Sankar. Apple Insider highlights a note he wrote. In it, Sankar said Apple will meet expectations for the recently ended September quarter, and that will set the December quarter up to look awesome. Looking ahead, says Apple Insider, Sankar expects the December quarter to be much stronger, with his firm modeling sales to rise 48% quarter over quarter. The analyst forecasts that Apple could ship 70 million iPhone units or better in the December quarter, up significantly from 40 million units expected to have shipped during the September quarter. Quoting Sankar, "We anticipate healthy holiday demand for the 12 and believe the upside potential in calendar year 21 from the 5G upgrade cycle and possible modest share gains in China are not yet fully discounted by the market." Exciting as new iPhones are, they aren't the only things Apple has going for it. Sankar thinks the Apple One services bundles could keep services growing. He is tracking a potential bit of trouble: the DOJ's antitrust suit against Google. The concern is that the money Apple gets from Google to be Safari's default search engine could go away. That could kill as much as $9 billion annually for Apple, in his estimation. Worth watching, though apparently not worth worrying about right now. Sankar's got a positive rating on Apple shares. His 12-month price target on the shares is $133. More signs of more Macs on the horizon. iDownload blog highlights a piece from the German site MacBook. According to that, MacBook Pros are playing hard to get through Apple's site, as are a couple of other Apple computers. Doing a little checking myself, what iDownload blog says is true, that the 16-inch MacBook Pro is listed with a November 11th through 18th delivery time frame. Similarly, specific 13-inch MacBook Pro models are listed with early, mid, or late November shipping. So, sometime in November then. All of that pairs nicely with the story I brought you yesterday. That's the one that had Apple referencing an unannounced 16-inch MacBook Pro 2020 in a recent Boot Camp update. Disappearing stock plus a shadowy substitute in the wings would seem to indicate at least one new machine soon. But there may be more. Makerkopf dug deeper, saying via machine translation, the MacBook Air looks to be a bit better, November 5th to the 12th. The situation is similarly tense with the iMac. 2 of 3 21.5-inch iMac models will be available at the end of November, and 1 model will be available at the beginning of November. 2 models of the 27-inch iMac can be delivered immediately, and 1 model at the end of November. Speaking of shadowy substitutes, what do you call an unannounced device in a Bluetooth product database? If you're Apple, you call it B2002. A piece from Mac Rumors says that is the placeholder designation Apple has given the mystery machine, with a product number of TBD. First spotted by the health and fitness tech site My Healthy Apple, the Mac Rumors piece says the product is filed under the personal computer category, which Apple has used for previous Mac and iPad listings in the database, so it is hard to pinpoint the listing to a specific product at this time. The listing could simply end up being for the new iPad Air unveiled last month, but it could also be for the first Apple Silicon Mac or something else. Okay. News of a new Sparkly for Apple. Bloomberg says the Cupertino company picked up Barcelona-based Vilynx earlier this year. According to the report, Vilynx developed technology that uses AI to analyze a video's visual, audio, and text content to understand what the video shows. It used that technology to create tags for the video, making it searchable. The way the company itself describes what it does or did is pretty impressive. When it was its own company, the site said, recognition is detecting Michael Jordan's face. Understanding is knowing it's Michael Jordan, the former NBA basketball player who played for the Chicago Bulls and went to the University of North Carolina. Possible Apple applications suggested by Bloomberg include improving Siri and its ability to search, making video more searchable in the Photos app, and building recommendation engines for its news and TV applications. While Apple has confirmed the purchase, it hasn't said why it bought what it bought. The company offered Bloomberg its usual non-answer, saying, Apple buys smaller technology companies from time to time, and we generally do not discuss our purpose or plans. Prices are going up in a few of Apple's international app stores. Mac Rumors says the Cupertino company is raising prices for app stores in Brazil, Colombia, India, Indonesia, Russia, and South Africa. The various increases are due to taxes in some instances and foreign exchange rate fluctuations in others. Paying for transit in the Windy City just got a bit more breezy. iMore says folks making their way around Chicago can now take advantage of Apple Pay Express Transit thanks to added support from Ventra Card. Adding Ventra Card to Apple Wallet should let people pay with the wave of an iPhone or an Apple Watch. Sure, you'll be stuck in a bus or train with who knows how many other people, coughing and wheezing. At least you won't have to have touched anything for the privilege. More news in a moment, but first a word from Right Side Up, ready with the growth marketing help you need. Right Side Up works with you on marketing help and customer acquisition. It would be neat if they could just snap their fingers and make those things appear, but they can't. Anybody who says they can is, well, trying to sell you something. Right Side Up is a collective of premium, fully vetted growth marketing talent ready for hire. From someone you work with every now and then to an integrated part of your team, they will find the right people and work on the solution that's best for you with you. If you're looking to launch a campaign or grow your marketing team, you need Right Side Up. And right now, Right Side Up is offering macOS Ken listeners a free week of service after your first quarter of engagement when you go to rightsideup.com/macOSKen. That's rightsideup.com/macOSKen to speak to one of their marketing strategists and finally get the customer acquisition and marketing help you need. go to rightsideup.com/macOSKen. And a big thanks to Right Side Up for sponsoring today's show. More comedy stylings headed to Apple TV+. The Cupertino company issued a press release Tuesday announcing the Byrne Seth Rogen series Platonic. According to Apple, Platonic is a 10-episode, half-hour comedy which explores the inner workings of platonic friendship. A pair of former best friends who met in their youth, played by Byrne and Rogen, reconnect as adults and try to mend the rift that led to their falling out. As their friendship becomes more consuming, it destabilizes their lives and causes them to reevaluate their choices. Byrne and Rogen have worked together on the Neighbors films. They'll be joined on Platonic by Nick Stoller. Stoller directed the Neighbors films. He'll direct this series as well and co-write the series with Francesca Del Banco. No word in the press release on when the show will air. A bigger, though somewhat more nebulous deal is the one reportedly signed between Apple and former host of The Daily Show, Jon Stewart. The Hollywood Reporter says the multi-year deal will see Stewart front an all-new current affairs series for Apple TV+. The show, which will run for multiple seasons, puts Stewart back in the anchor's chair as he explores a host of topics at the center of both the national conversation and his own advocacy work. Won't be daily, won't be weekly. Still, The Hollywood Reporter says Stewart's untitled show is poised to thrust Apple TV Plus into the national dialogue in a richer way with its hour-long, single-subject episodes. Also, he gets a first-look deal. The report says Stewart and his Busboy Productions will have a first-look deal for other projects to be developed and produced for Apple. To date, Stewart's resume includes producing credits on The Colbert Report, which he co-created with host Stephen Colbert, and CBS's The Late Show with, Stephen Colbert. And finally today, another piece of Apple history is going up for auction, though Apple prehistory might be more accurate. Apple Insider says a blue box circuit board designed and built by Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak is going up for auction next week. If you don't know what a blue box is, are you sure you're a nerd? Apple Insider explains, saying the blue box populated circuit board was used by so-called phone phreakers to hack phone systems and get free phone service. Although blue boxes have been used since the 1950s, Wozniak developed the first digital ones in 1972. And he and his buddy Steve Jobs sold them. They represented the first commercial enterprise between the two Apple co-founders, according to Apple Insider. The device meant a lot to both Steves, with Jobs quoted as saying, "If it hadn't been for the blue boxes, there would have been no Apple. I'm 100% sure of that." And Woz saying in his biography, "I swear to this day, the day I am telling you this and the day you're reading it, I have never designed a circuit I was prouder of, a set of parts that could do 3 jobs at once instead of 2. I still think it was incredible." Probably jacking the price up a bit, Apple Insider says the specific first iteration circuit board being put up for sale by Bonham's auction house in a History of Science and Technology auction was purchased directly from Wozniak in 1972 by the co-signer during a drive together from Sunnyvale, California to Los Angeles. Now, how much would you pay? Well, you'll need between $8,000 and $12,000 for an opening bid. Apple Insider says this bid kit goes up for auction at 10 a.m. Pacific next Thursday, the 5th of November. More information is available on the Bonham's auction site. Coming up in a few minutes, augmented reality. Just a day away or always a day away? Medical research principal analyst Ross Rubin entertains my questions on when and how AR stops being a novelty and starts being an actual thing. Pop, look, and listen to the show in a few minutes, wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken Live is happening live again today. I find that's a good way to keep it live. Join me at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific at youtube.com/KenRay. And if you can't do that, subscribe to the audio podcast, macOS Ken Live, wherever podcasts are found. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by SimpliSafe. Get a free HD camera when you order an all-new system at simplysafe.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Right Side Up, ready with the growth marketing help you need. Learn more at rightsideup.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.